Fellas, today I'm going to be going over every single key and keycard on Labs. This will be the 4th installation of map key guides I've done. So far we've done Customs, Streets of Tarkov, and Shoreline, so if you're interested, go ahead and check out those videos as well. As with every key video, we're going to be covering every single key's location, the loot behind the door, if the key is needed for a quest, the colored keycard spawns, only on Labs, and the approximate price of your flea cost at the time of recording. Keep in mind that the market changes often, and the flea price will be heavily dependent on what point in wipe you're watching this. And it is also dependent on if you're playing PvE or PvP. I will be listing both flea prices. So I just got finished doing the voiceover for this video, and I realized something only at the end. I don't have access to the PvP flea market at the moment, so I used the online PvP flea market, and its lowest price was showing me keycards that have a 1 out of 10 use, whereas the PvE flea prices, I was only looking at the 10 out of 10 use ones. So for this video, I'm going to be only keeping in the PvE flea prices. Doesn't matter too much. They changed so much anyway. Just want to let you know that before the video started. Enjoy. Now before we start, I'm going to bring up a map of Labs. On this map, I'll put the location of each key and its locked door, so you can just take a quick screenshot if you desire, and following along will be easier. I'm going to be referring to Labs in 2 zones. The top zone will be north, and the bottom will be south. Keeping all of that in mind, timestamps will be in the description and on the timeline. Let's get started. Starting off our keys on Labs, we have the Labs Access keycard. This keycard is needed to access Labs. Nothing more, nothing less. Our next key on the list is the keycard with blue marking, located on the 2nd floor of the South Zone, right across from green keycard room. This is a one-use keycard needed for the quest Terror Group Employee. Behind the locked door is also loose medical supplies, loose meds, ophthalmoscope spawns, and loose stims. And at the time of recording, this keycard is worth approximately 1 million rubles on the PvE flea market. Now we're going to go ahead and get the 3 keys out of the way before heading to our colored keycards. Starting off, we have Terror Group Labs Arsenal Storage Room key. Located in the north zone, the storage room is behind the red keycard locked door. Behind this lock is loose valuables, loose weapon mods, loose meds and medical supplies, and 1 filing cabinet. At the time of recording, this key is worth 700,000 rubles on the PvE flea market. Next up for our Labs keys is the Terror Group Labs Manager's Office Room key. The locked door is located in the middle tower on the south side of the map. This key is possibly needed for the quest following the breadcrumbs. Behind the locked door is a blue keycard spawn location on the lounge chair, 2 PC blocks, a filing cabinet, a single safe, a 6x3 weapon box or loose valuable spawns, and an intel folder spawn on the desk. Now I'd personally be cautious about using this key because every time that I've used this key, I've been stuck out on the island as there's only 1 entrance and 1 exit. So be careful. At the time of recording, your manager's office room key is worth about 180,000 on the PvE's flea market. Now our last key before our key cards on Labs is the Terror Group Labs Weapon Testing Area key. Also located on the south quadrant of the map on the 1st floor, this key is a personal favorite of mine. This key is also required for the quest following the breadcrumbs. Now behind the lock, you have a potential of 1 4x4 weapon box, 1 5x5 weapon box, multiple weapon spawns, loose ammo, and loose attachments. And your PvE flea price will be around 620,000. Now, on to the main event. Starting off our keycards is perhaps one of the best, Terror Group's Labs Black keycard. Located not far from our last 2 keys in the south zone on the 1st floor, this keycard is needed for the quest following the breadcrumbs. Behind this lock is 1 med case, a lot of loose stim spawns, and several LEDX spawns. Now onto our black keycard spawns. You can find the black keycard inside of the green room on one of the desks to the right. You can also find it on a desk in the main South Zone room across from toxic barrels in the Orange Dome. And lastly, on a large table directly behind you and to the right of the last spawn. And your price for the PvE flea will be around 6 million rubles. Next up on our list is the Terror Group's Labs Blue keycard. In my opinion, one of the worst. The door needed for this card is on the same area as black, right around the corner. Behind the lock is a red keycard spawn on the desk with a lamp, a green keycard spawn on the cart in the back of the room, multiple LEDX spawns, 2 med cases, loose meds, and loose medical supplies. The places you'll be able to find the blue keycard spawn is in the manager's office on the lounge chair. And your PvE price will be 2 million rubles. Our next keycard on the list is the Ayyyy Labs green keycard. The door needed for it is located directly above Black Room on the 2nd floor of the South Zone. Behind this lock is 1 med case, loose medical supply spawns, a black keycard spawn on one of the desks to the right, multiple LEDX spawns in the metal tins, multiple intel folder spawns, 1 4x4 weapon box, loose weapon mods, and loose ammo. Spawns for our green card are as follows. On a shelf in the back part of the hallway that contains red and violet, on the front desk of the manager's office tower in the South Zone, on a desk just outside of the blue card lock door, and on the same cart in the back of the blue room, and on the PvE flea market, it will run you around 4.6 million rubles. Our 4th keycard on the list is the good old Ayyyy Labs red keycard. Located on the north side of the map, on the 2nd floor, it shares the same hallway or room, whatever you want to call it, as Violet's locked door. Behind the red keycard is loose ammo, loose weapon mods, multiple weapon spawns, loose valuables, loose intel folder spawn, and the locked door for the arsenal storage room key. The spawns of red keycard are as follows. In the blue room on a desk with a lamp, in the parking garage control room, or the yellow card room, and on a bench in the cafeteria, 2nd floor, North Zone. And on your PvE flea, it's going for around 4 million. Next up, we have our Ayyyy Labs Violet keycard. The door for Violet can be found right across the hall from Red Card's room. Behind this lock is possible wireless transmitter and RFID reader spawns, loose weapon mods, 2 5x5 weapon boxes, 1 4x4 weapon box, loose rubles, loose weapons, and loose valuables. The lab spawns for your Violet keycards are as follows. On a sink in the 1st floor of the South Zone, on a table in one of the tented hallways near blue and black on floor 1, and finally a chair in the glass conference room in the North Zone, floor 2. And on the PvE flea market, you're looking at 3.3 million rubles. And our final card for the night is Ayyyy Labs yellow keycard. Located in the North Zone, 2nd floor overlooking the parking garage. Behind this lock contains a red keycard spawn, 1 weapon safe, 1 PC block, 1 filing cabinet, loose weapon mods, and loose valuables, electronics, and med supplies. These spawns for yellow keycard are as follows. On a cafeteria table in the North Zone, floor 2, on the conference table in front of the manager's office, and finally, on one of the work tables in the center of the South Zone. And your price for yellow on the PvE flea market is 1.7 mil. And that does it for every single key and keycard on Labs. Hope y'all learned something, and I wish you some very prosperous raids. Thanks for joining me.